Hey, this is Sarah Noel Block, and you are listening to Tiny Marketing. This is the Uncut Summer Series where you are getting the raw, unfiltered, unedited recordings from our interviews, webinars, and workshops. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ridiculousness. So today I am sharing my masterclass on leveraging gateway offers to get booked out. Super exciting. And it's actually a super quick turnaround because I just did this masterclass last Tuesday and this episode is going out on Sunday. So you're getting it when it's fresh. And I also wanted to tell you about a gateway offer challenge that I am hosting. And I'm going to have the link to sign up for in the show notes. We already have people joined from who attended live at the masterclass, but it's going to be amazing. It starts August 1st, but you got to sign up now. And it is a challenge where we're going to launch and sell as many gateway offers as possible. So it will come with templates, 10 mini trainings, like super mini, less than 5 minutes, that will release every day. But all of the outreach strategies you'll need, waitlist strategies that you'll need, sales page templates, everything that you could possibly need to launch and sell your gateway offer. And I'm pumped. So head to the show note page and make sure to grab it. All right, stay tuned for the masterclass. Hello, everyone. I am Sarah. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I am doing a masterclass on your gateway offer. So we're going to get into what the hell a gateway offer is, but also how you can structure it, the ways that you can upsell from it, and how you can sell it. Because the more gateway offers that you're able to sell, the bigger your sales pipeline will be. When I started implementing gateway offers in my business, it helped immediately. 4 months after I launched my first gateway offer, I was booked out for 6 months. And it remained at least a 6-week window after that because this structure works so well. So a gateway offer is a low ticket, high value offer that builds that know, like, trust factor with potential clients and makes it so much easier for them to say yes to high ticket offers down the line. So let's get into it. Before I start sharing my screen, I would love for everyone who's here today to go to the comments and introduce yourself and share your favorite social media handle. I'm a LinkedIn girly, but Instagram, whatever you're active on, share it there, introduce yourself. I would love for us all to connect and become friends. Okay, let's share. So if you haven't been to one of my events before, let me introduce myself real quick. I am Sarah Noel Block. I am the host of this podcast right here, the Tiny Marketing podcast, where you can listen and find all of the tips you would ever need for marketing when you have a 0 to 2 person marketing department. I am a lean marketing consultant for B2B service businesses, host of the pod, mom of 2 boys who are right out there, and I hang out on LinkedIn. So let's be friends, hang out over there. You can find me at, in/Sarah Noel Block. And let's get into it. So the thing that I do is I help B2B service businesses grow their sales pipeline so it becomes super easy for you to be able to, one, predict revenue, but also you don't have to scrimp and beg for leads to come in. The way that I build lean marketing engines, those leads come naturally. You build referral partnerships within it. Biz dev is connected to everything. But a key element to that is your gateway offer, because the gateway offer is where you upgrade that relationship. It becomes really intimate when you have a gateway offer. So let's get into what that is. If you haven't heard of a gateway offer before, they are also called wedge offers, lead products, entryway offers. Those are all similar names, but the intent is it's the first offer that you direct everybody to when somebody comes into your orbit and wants to work with you. So when you're on a sales call, right now, you might be just gathering all of the discovery information so you can put together a quote or a proposal. But with this structure, instead of that, what you're doing is you're moving them to the gateway offer, which is a paid offer, but it also allows you to do that discovery work in a really interactive and engaging way. Offer them documentation around it and a proposal on how they can move forward, whether it's moving forward and taking action on that gateway offer themselves or with you. So that's the intent. It's high value, low cost. It's an entry point to working with you, and you can earn trust with them. That's the big thing. I'm sure I'm not the only person who has had a sales call and I'm like, oh, this person's perfect. I'm so excited about this. We do the discovery work on that sales call. I put together a proposal that's super custom, amazing. Then I hear nothing from them. I cannot be alone in there. If you've had this happen to you, please say you have in the chat so I don't feel stupid that it's just me. But this eliminates that because you are getting paid to do that discovery work and you're offering something very high value. We're going to get into what these look like in a minute. Okay. So when you're deciding on what your gateway offer should be, this is what you want to look at. You want it to be easy to replicate. So it could be templatized in some sort of fashion, or it has a really standard container that you're able to replicate. Like mine, for example, is an interview and then a documented strategy. So the interview questions are almost always the same. I might tweak it a little based off their intake form. And then the documentation that they receive, that's a strategy. I have the basic template designed already. So I just have to go to Google templates and open it. And then I can fill in the strategy that I uncovered during that initial interview. But it's easy enough to replicate. Other things you want to look at. Is there a part of your big signature offer that you can break off and that could stand alone? So think about right now, I want you to go into your brains, retreat there, and look at your signature offer. Is there a piece of it at the beginning, most likely, that you can break off and would work standing alone? So this often looks like some sort of discovery element of it or the onboarding element of it. You could restructure this a little bit so it works as a standalone offer and it could be actionable for them to take on, or what we're hoping for and what we're kind of designing these for is that they will read the strategy and they're like, I love every bit of this. I don't want to do it though. I want you to do it. So that's where we're aiming. And then what is something your dream client needs to be prepared for to work on in your signature bigger offer? So that's another way that you can help decide what your gateway offer is. Is there pre-work that they need to do in order to be prepared for your signature offer? So an example of this might be if you're a website designer. I was scanning through the list of people coming today, and I know a few of you are website designers. Do they need to be prepared with copywriting before they work with you? So this could be a gateway offer where you might have a templatized version of what a website copy structure should be. And then you can work with them on designing that so they have the copy ready for when they move into your signature offer. These are a couple options for choosing a gateway offer, but these are let's go into this first, and then I'm going to explain scalable ways to do it. So these can look like audits. I've had a client before who does the interview, and then they have an audit matrix that they take their clients through to uncover where the pain points are happening and how to solve it. So, or if you are a web designer, you might have an audit where you go through their website and you discover, hey, these are the points where people are dropping off, and this is how you could optimize it and then move them more towards your high ticket offer. Strategy is what I was referring to before, where you do the interview, they talk about their pain points, their goals, you walk away and you create a strategy for them. Now, it should not be robust because this isn't going to be a high ticket strategy. It should be the blueprint of the strategy, giving them the details of what they should create. And then you can move on towards, hey, if you really liked this blueprint strategy, then we can build the extended strategy where I'm interviewing your customers, etc. Or if you liked this blueprint strategy, then we can move on and I can execute it for you, because they're not going to need the robust strategy if someone else is doing it for them. It can look like a report. I have another client who has benchmark reports for finances. And what he does is the gateway offer is the benchmark report and then looking at their books and comparing it to the benchmarks in their industry so they can see where they stand against them. And then he offers ways to optimize it. How do we increase your profits in these different areas? So that's another option. It could also look like a brief, a plan, an analysis, a survey or assessment. That one I'll explain. I have a client who does the assessment first in their gateway offer, and then they offer an analysis based off of the assessment on where they should improve different elements of their human capital, the people that work within their company. And then if you're looking for a more scalable way to have a gateway offer, let's say that your service is one-to-many, or you have a course, or you have a program, then challenges, workshops, anything that could be a one-to-many experience would be a good gateway offer. Here's one thing I want you to take away, and that's that your gateway offer should mirror the experience that they're getting within your high ticket offer. You want them to understand what it's like to work with you, earn that trust, and you want it to feel really familiar once they get into the high ticket signature offer, because this little mini break off gateway offer mirrored that experience. The same goes for lead magnets. You want your lead magnets to also mirror the experience and lead to that gateway offer. So it's all a big funnel of mirroring the experience that they'll get inside of your high ticket offers in little ways. And every single one of those ways, the lead magnets and the gateway offers should provide little wins. So they should get one win from each of those that makes them want the bigger win of working with you. So your gateway offer should achieve two things. You want to earn their trust. When people are reaching out to you, it is very likely that they are price shopping or they're building a short list of potential service providers that they might look at down the line. You don't want that. You don't want people who are just price shopping because the result is that they just choose the cheapest or the person that they vibed with. Like if a referral came, then they'll choose that if it's a little bit more expensive. But when we're talking cold sales calls, you need to earn their trust first, because they're just going to go with cheapest if that's all they know is the money elements of it. And your gateway offer achieves that. You also want to understand the full scope of what they'll need now and in the future. So your gateway offer is the perfect time to, one, scope out what your signature offer will look like the different custom elements for that particular brand, but also what will you be able to upsell later down the line? What will make sense 6 months from now for them to do? Because your gateway offer will reveal that information for you. Make sure to jot that down. They're going to need this then, and put it in your email. You could even pitch it in your email and set it to boomerang to them 6 months later when they'd be ready for that element. Or you could just have it in drafts and be ready. I love a system. I love automation. So that's how I would do it. And once you've created enough of these gateway offers, you can circle back to the beginning of your marketing process and you have all of the information to make your marketing better and better. So I want to show you something in particular. I'm going to exit that. I want to show you this right here. So your gateway offer is the first thing that you'll be doing. And here's the reason. Your gateway offer will help you identify who your dream client is. You do enough of these, and you're going to start seeing who got the easiest transformation. Who was it so easy to sell to because they really needed it? And you want to replicate that. So the more of these you do, the more niche you can get with your dream client. The more you'll be able to understand exactly what needs to be within your signature offer. A question during your gateway offer can lead to these. What social media channels are they on? What online communities are they part of? Are they active in? Find out all of that information so you can be there and you can clone your favorite clients. Make sure to include those questions. And then what core content would they need? What questions come up during this interview, during your sales calls that would help you determine what content they need? And then going back to the lead magnet, the lead generation that I talked about earlier, you should have 2 lead magnets. One is passive. It's always on and it's dripping in new leads all the time. The other one is time sensitive and active, and that brings in a floodgate of new leads at one time. But your lead gens should always have a little win that they get in the end. It should mirror the experience that they get within your high ticket offer. And they should also be land right where your clients are right now. So you might solve problem X, but in the awareness stage, when they're just becoming aware of their problem, they may only realize that their problem is Y. So what I want you to do is make your lead magnets solving problem Y, where they are right now, what they understand to be their problem now, and not what the true problem is, which you can unravel for them later. Okay, let's go back to where we're at. Hey folks, Sarah here, popping over to introduce the Tiny Marketing Club. This membership is for B2B service founders struggling to market their business sustainably. The Tiny Marketing Club will help you build and maintain a lean marketing engine that helps you build authority and visibility with your dream clients, making it easy to increase your pipeline without burning out. Together, we'll build your lean marketing engine and the systems to make it so damn easy for you to keep it up without a team or a big budget. Go to sarahnoelblock.com/club and click the button that says apply for the club to get added to the wait list. See you there. Okay. So as you can see from the wheel I just showed you, every piece works together. And having that gateway offer first and testing out your gateway offer with lots of different audiences before you really realize who your dream client is the best way to narrow down your niche and then refine your marketing all the time. It'll get better and better. And honestly, simpler and simpler because every time you do this, you'll realize I only need to show up on this social media channel. I know that my dream clients really enjoy podcasts. They don't have time to sit down and watch videos. So I'll make my content around podcasts. You'll start to identify what marketing works best for your clients and spend time in the communities that they are active in because you will be able to get so many more clients that way too. Okay. So once you have identified your gateway offer, and it should include some sort of live element. So, a workshop if it's a one to many, it could be a live stream if it's a one to many, or it could be an interview if it's a one to one. So, you want some element where they're actually interacting with you and getting to know you as a person. And then the second element is something that they can take with them. So, you want some sort of documentation that they can take with them. If you've attended one of my workshops before, you know that that's exactly how I structure my workshops, where you get the live element because I'm right there teaching the thing, but you also almost always get some sort of worksheet or workbook that you're able to take action on. And that's the idea is that your gateway offer should have something that they can take action on, whether that action is them implementing it or you implementing it. Okay. So, next, you'll want to create a title and a tagline for your gateway offer. So, some things that work well: alliterations, puns, naming conventions. So, my gateway offer is called a strategic spark. And then my main offer is a strategic story. So, you could see there's naming conventions happening in mine. And then you want the tagline that just helps people understand the transformation that they will receive through your gateway offer. So it should explain what the client is getting in 3 to 5 words. Super, super simple. And you don't need to overcomplicate any of this. And I'll explain a little bit more shortly on that. Okay. Next, you need a description. So honestly, these are like the only 3 things that you need to start selling it. Tattle, tattle, title, tagline, description. That's all you need. So the description should explain what your gateway offer is. What does the container look like? So an example of a container would be like the interview plus the documented report. What is the outcome that the client will get in the end? And what transformation should they expect? So that is all you need. And you can take those 3 things: title, tagline, description, and put it in a Google Doc and make it an invite only experience, an invite only moment where you're getting people raising their hands and saying, I'm interested in this. And then you share it. And it feels like a much more intimate sales experience than it would sending them a sales page. So, as you are launching this, that's what you want to do. You want it to feel really intimate. You want it to feel personal. So, just simplify it. Make it like an invitation letter in a Google Doc that you share out and you ask for hand raisers. Now, I'm going to get to the challenge at the end, but in the challenge, I will teach you how to find those hand raisers, how to get people to raise their hand. The application process is something that you want to add once you have done so many of these and you're like, okay, I've nailed this. I am not going to take everybody in anymore. I know exactly who my niche is, who my dream client is, and I don't want to do gateway offers for people who aren't going to upsell. So that's when you want to introduce the application process. So don't have this application process at first. Do this only once you've done these, you've done your reps, and you know who your dream client is. You know it's upselling, like you've just perfected it. Then add in the application process. This will allow you to identify who the right people are. You can reject anybody who wouldn't be able to pay for your upsell offer. And you can make sure that you're only working with the people that will have the highest transformation, the best transformation. So in the challenge, you'll get a workbook and it'll include everything that you should include in your application when you're ready for it. How do you plan on implementing your gateway offer? So, when you're launching it, don't do the application first. You do the application once you've done your reps and you've really templatized and standardized what this gateway offer looks like, and it becomes really natural to you and easy to sell. You'll also want a scheduling link with payment. So, you want this process to be so easy, frictionless to start working with you. So, you could use something like Acuity where they can schedule their gateway offer with you and pay through that link. Like it's all done for you. So that's an easy one to do. And if you use a tool like Dubsado, for example, or even Acuity works for this too, you can add an onboarding questionnaire, everything that you would need to know ahead of time before the interview to be prepared for it. You want to have 2 meetings. So the first meeting would be the interview or that live element, however you end up structuring it. And the second meeting would be the review session. And it's about, a third as long. So my interviews are 90 minutes and then my review sessions are 30 minutes. And in that review session, that's where you'll want people to ask any questions or you can refine what you gave them. Maybe after they read it, they had some feedback that they'd like adjusted. Do that live, do that in the review session with them, and then introduce your offer to them on that review session because you are presenting them with the solution to their problem. It's the perfect time to unveil how you would solve that problem for them. And then create templated communication. So within the challenge, I'll show exactly the templates I use for this, but I have templates set up in my G Suite. So it's super easy. And I have one for when someone's scheduled one. So I can easily give them the information that they need to get everything ready for that, to like mentally prepared for my gateway offer. I have an email templated that goes directly after my interview so they can so they have a better idea and full understanding of when they're getting that gateway offer documentation, what will happen at the review session. And then send a third one after the review session, just reiterating what that offer is, how they can move forward with it, and the dates that you have available for that. So those are the only things that you need to get this going. Okay, but you got to sell it, right? So sales scripts. Here are a few sales scripts that you can completely yoink. This is also available in the gateway offer. So during the fit call, sales call, discovery call, whatever you end up calling your initial first conversation with someone, just make it easy and say the first step to working with me is the gateway offer. Describe what it is, what outcome they should expect from it, and then the price of it and whatever bonuses you use for it. So my business coach always says apply 100% of the cost of that gateway offer to your next upsell project. So that's what I do. Now, it really depends on your pricing and the structure of your offers, though. So yours might be you apply 50% of the cost of the gateway offer to the signature offer. Or yours might be that you offer bonuses. If somebody signs up for your signature offer from the gateway offer, then they get bonus XYZ, like a week of Voxer coaching or something like that. So there are different ways to upsell from it. And then your outreach could be calling it a case study. It could be calling it a founder's price. But basically you're reaching out to someone and you're telling them that like this is the person I work with. This is the outcome that they would get from it. Do you know anyone who would be a good fit? Social media teasers. You can do a can I keep a secret social media teaser and explain your low ticket offer. You could do like a problem agitate solution type of social media post. I honestly have like so many of these in the workbook that you'll be able to yoink. And then you could do social media teasers with a wait list. So you can offer up, you could say, okay, so many people have asked for X, whatever your gateway offer is. And I'm trying to figure out the ideal way to do this, then create a poll. And the poll should have the different way options on what you're thinking about for your gateway offer. And look and see who's voting for it because they are raising their hand that they're interested. But this could also be a great social media post to use if you aren't sure what your gateway offer should be and you really are trying to decide what that should look like. So you can ask in a poll, and at least on LinkedIn, you're able to see everybody who has voted for each option. So then you can send a direct DM with that Google Doc that is acting as your invite only option to get into that gateway offer. And you have a little makeshift wait list. Also, send out emails to your marketing list and tell them, hey, I have gotten a lot of requests for this offer, but I'm not opening it up to the public yet. This is invite only, and I'm releasing it first to my email list. So if you're interested, reply to this email and I will send you the Google Doc with what I'm thinking. It's just in the works. So it's super secret. But making it so it is invite only at first while you're trying to get as many people in there as possible makes it a lot more appealing. Not everybody is getting it. And you're getting automatic hand raisers because you're asking them to take some sort of action to tell you that they're interested. So you're not selling to everybody, Joe, Blow, and Schmo, who aren't interested. So when you are launching your gateway offer, this is the go-to-market checklist that I give to all of my clients who I'm helping do this for. So 1, you want a dedicated landing page, which should at first just be a Google Doc, and that's totally fine. But once you're going live with the bigger gateway offer, then you'll want to have a real landing page for it that people can just sign up for or apply for your gateway offer on there. Have your gateway offer pop up on strategic pages. Put a call to action in your super signature on social media. So for anyone who doesn't know what a super signature is, if you've ever seen on a LinkedIn post, they'll have like a ... or dashes. And then underneath it, it explains who they serve, how they serve, and how they can work with them, some sort of call to action. So your call to action in your super signature could be this gateway offer. Include a section in your monthly newsletter for it so people can automatically just sign up for it. Have a dedicated thank you page when someone downloads a lead magnet from you that takes them to an upsell for your gateway offer. So let's say you have a lead magnet that's a quiz. Someone takes the quiz, they finish, it leads them to a thank you page. That thank you page should be an order bump page that's offering them a special deal to sign up for your gateway offer. Follow up that gateway offer with a sequence. So an evergreen selling sequence of emails that offer them different examples of the experiences your customers have gone through, the success stories for this offer. Offer them bonuses to sign up for it. I recommend digital download bonuses so it's not super time intensive, or an extra incentive with you, or a discount. So follow up with an email series once someone raises their hand or they have gone to that thank you page and saw that order bump to your gateway offer. Include the gateway offer in your regular email signatures. I am all about marketing in all of the places. So I just did a training earlier today on creating templates in Google Docs and having your call to actions in the footer of everything that you create. So people are going to your podcast, your events, whatever. The same goes for your regular old email. Make sure your signature has a call to action in it that's leading people to your lead magnets or gateway offer. And then send direct outreach for case study clients as you start perfecting the process, because you'll get really, really good at talking about your gateway offer the more you do it. Now, You've done your gateway offers, you've launched it, and it's time to upsell from them. So, the first thing that you want to do is in that gateway offer, get the full scope of everything they need. So, what you're offering in your signature offer is exactly what they need. You create some sort of custom element so it's hitting on it. And one question I always ask in every gateway offer is, when you get this back, what would be a real win for you? And I use that as my North Star. I want to hit that real win for them every single time. And sometimes that means taking a little extra time to customize my gateway offer a step more because they ask for something that I typically wouldn't do, but I'm going to do it because I want you to have that win. In the documentation, include a section on how they can move forward with you on execution. Do a live review of that documented gateway offer. So any objections that come up during that call, you can address right on the spot. And you can upsell and schedule that upsell right on the spot. Put it in the calendar, get that going. Have the next step to work with you ready to go. When you're going into that review session, you need to have the calendar open and know when you can do a kickoff for that project. You need to have the contract ready and to send to them. You need to be ready to take that credit card. So you're doing everything right on the spot. Not everyone's going to be ready to sign right on the dotted line in that moment, but I have found about 75% of the time they do want to sign up for it right then, especially if I'm able to slip them into a kickoff that's earlier than I normally can do. And then at the end of the session, ask about the pros and the cons of the next step section. So you have your moving forward section. You're explaining how you would solve this problem for them and execute it for them. Ask them, what are the pros and cons that you see for these next steps? Take action on it. This allows you to address objections right on the spot. It's a lot easier to address objections live and in person and react right then than to find out later that there was something small involved that you wrote in the moving forward section that they were like, oh, I wasn't sure what you meant by that. So I decided not to move forward. Find out now, find out live what it is. And then other elements for it that I've mentioned before is including discounts or applying the gateway cost to the project is a huge incentive for moving forward with the project. Offering bonuses that expire. You could even offer like the price application, like if you were that expires over time. So let's say if you sign on today, 100% of your cost of your gateway offer is applied. But if you decide to move forward a week from now, 80%, like it slowly whittles down what offer you're like, what discount they'll get. And then you might be listening to this right now and you're like, wow, that is a lot. That is going to take me some time. That's why we systemize it. We systematize it to high heaven. So you want to create a template for the documentation. So it's really, really easy to replicate. Use that scheduling app. And a scheduling app like Acuity, you can do the onboarding questionnaire and the payment right in there. So everything is done in one place, removing any friction. Templatize your emails and have them ready to go. So if you didn't know this before, I should probably create a training on this, but you can create templates in Google Suite so that you can just click a button and it'll open up your templates and you can customize it and send it out. Set the review session date on the interview date live and schedule it, send it out. So people aren't going to be like, I actually don't need to do that review session. I'll read it and then go on my merry way. You do not want that. You need to have that review session because that's when you're selling. And then templatize the questions that you use for the interview or the workshop so it's easy to replicate. Okay. So we are coming up to time, and I really want to tell you about the gateway offer. So I am going to share that video. We're going to share this tab instead. Okay. So if you are interested in joining the Gateway Offer Challenge, it is not just a challenge, it is a whole training too, where we dive in a little bit deeper. It will be 10 days of trainings where you'll get mini video trainings every day on how to launch and sell your Gateway offer. I will give you all of my templates for outreach on your Gateway offer, so it's super easy to sell. And you'll also get my workbook, which I'll show you in a minute, on creating your Gateway offer. It also has a ton of templates in there. You'll get async coaching from me the entire challenge. So at any point, you can hop into the community, ask me a question, and I will answer it. I promise you. And you'll get trainings on how to create wait lists and hand raisers. So it's really easy to sell. So right now, you might be like, I really hate cold selling. And that is fine because I will teach you how to create wait lists, how to get hand raisers, how to get people excited about this offer, how to make it feel really exclusive. And yeah. Oh, I forgot. There's a major bonus there. For anybody who signs up for this challenge, I'm also giving away a one-to-one consult for a 20-minute Gateway offer consult where we're going to work together and I'm going to help you identify your perfect Gateway offer. We're going to do it together and we will do it live. So, yeah, you're getting that too. You're getting all of the Gateway trainings, you're getting the one-to-one consult, you're getting selling trainings, you're getting outreach templates. We're going to have some gamification because I want you to sell as many of these as humanly possible. The more you sell of these, the better your marketing gets. The more you're going to understand who your niche is. And then I'm sharing upselling training too. So you'll learn not just how to sell these gateway offers, but how to get people to say yes to your signature offers, your high ticket offers after. So it's going to start August 1st and it can be somewhat asynchronous, but yeah, we're starting August 1st. I'm going to drip out the trainings every day and we're going to have a challenge on who gets the most gateway offers sold. So let's scroll down here. It is $47 to join this training. You're getting, or this challenge, you're getting workbooks, you're getting templates, you're getting a one-to-one consult. It's insane. You're getting a ton of stuff for $47. So I am going to share this with you in the chat, and I will also share it with you in the email afterwards. So I just put it in the chat for you. And does anybody have any questions? Feel free to put it in the chat. While I'm waiting for that, because we have just a couple more minutes left, I just want to remind you, let's connect on LinkedIn. Let's be friends. I'm going to email you with the replay of this and the challenge information. It's going to be so much fun and we're going to make money. Like at a minimum, your initial founding price, the first price you go, should be between $250 and $450 when you're just getting your reps in and you're trying to get as many as possible. So at the very minimum, you're going to triple? Just selling one, you would triple the ROI on that. So no, quadruple. I don't know. I'm not a math girl. But then we're going to get into what your gateway offer what you should charge in the end. So there is a founding price, and then there is what your real price should be. And the real price is very strategic because it is attracting people who can pay for your high ticket offer. You go too low and you're just going to get looky-loos looking for cheap strategy. So I will teach you the strategy in order to position it and price it and sell it so people are ready to upsell and they will pay the dollars. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. You join that challenge, you get the workbook. and you get all of the trainings. I'm going to share the workbook really quick. Share this tab. So you'll get everything that you need. We have the application, we have positioning statements, outcome statements, implementation, systematization, how to sell. I have a ton of social media frameworks for you, outreach for founding price and cold outreach and warm outreach. Like there's a lot in there. What should be on your sales page, including a template on Canva. But the first one should be in your Google Doc and your go-to-market and upselling checklists. So yeah, thank you guys again for joining me and reach out with any questions. I'm right here. All right, folks. So that wraps up the masterclass on how to leverage gateway offers to get booked out. If you want to join the challenge, go to challenge.sarahnoelblock.com to join. It is $47 right now, but we are expiring the discounts. So next week, it will be $57. The week after that, it will be $67. We're starting August 1st, and go to challenge.sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Noel, N-O-E-L, Block, BLOCK.com to join the challenge and get those 10 trainings, tons of outreach templates, social selling templates, sales page templates, all of the, and a workbook. There's an 8-page workbook to launch your gateway offer. Absolutely everything you'll need is within that challenge. And you also get async coaching from me the entire time. So please head over to challenge.sarahnoelblock.com and join. I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and rate and review. But most importantly, tell your friends. Share this episode with a friend so other people know about Tiny Marketing and our Uncut Summer series. I will see you next week with another great one.